Hi and welcome to the channel. I'm Sam and this is the Crafty Blinder van build. And it's bedtime. It's time to start installing the bed frame, so I've already made a start. I'll show you how I did the brackets on the side and why we've extended them. We wanted a bigger bed, but I'll show you how we did that as well. We've also got these to install today. They'll go from left to right, and these are our strengthening beams. Once they're in, we've got some 9mm ply to go on top, and above that we've got some can't think of the word, mattress ventilation, hydromat or something like that. But we've got this product coming that goes under your mattress and it lets air flow and reduces mildew and condensation and all the rest of it. I've been watching a number of videos lately. Apparently this stuff's used in the sailing community, and vanlifers have started using it as well. It's apparently a brilliant product. Stops your mattress go mouldy, extends the length of the mattress. We've had a mattress built, made by a company down south. I'll put a link in the description to that as well. What else we're going to do? Oh yeah, once we've got the frame done, I'm going to start building some storage pockets on the sides, and this will be for stuff that we don't use a lot or regular, but we need with us while we travel. Jump leads, maybe a rope, fuses, filters, oil, just them sort of things that you'll only need every now and then, but not regular. Maybe even toolkits. I might design a little bit so I can drop my socket sets in there. But that's today's work. So let's stop talking a good job and get on with it. As you all know, I'm a bit of a chunky lad, so rather than mess around with frames, I actually went and bought a bed frame from Northshore Classics with the intention of converting it. It came well packaged. The only downside was the bag full of bolts had split and we had to collect them all up. First thing I do when I get any delivery is I unpack it and I check it for damage. Now this did come with a couple of little marks on the paintwork, but it wasn't a deal breaker. At the end of the day, you're not going to see this bed frame, and where the marks were, they were just slightly out of sight. You know, it wasn't an issue for me. The build quality of this frame is really good. I'm very impressed with it. Northshore designed this kit to be mounted on plates, which they sell as well, but I've got an alternative idea for this. I want to rivet nut it to the side of the van, so I'm going to add some additional holes, one at each end and some more in the middle. I'm then going to extend the frame by 30 centimetres, and this will give me a bed that is just under 2 metres square. So these are the main parts of the bed frame. I'm going to actually put some additional some additional holes in for, say, another 1, 2, 3. Well, it's going to be 10 in total to secure this to the side of the body. These are designed to be fastened to plates. I'm not using the plates. I want my bed to be quite low down, so I'm putting some additional support in the front because this is where we get most of the loading. Kids bouncing in and out, people flopping onto the bed. So 4 holes there, 3 in the centre and 3 at the rear. Now this is a foot short of what we want, so I'm not extending these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a bracket fastened into the rear corners, a foot behind these. After I'd decided where all the new holes were going to go and marked it up, it was a matter of centre punching each hole. I know a lot of people don't do this, but I find that if you do, you have less mistakes. I then drilled a 5.5 pilot hole and then opened it up with an 8mm. Modifications all done. So there's the 10 holes now installed in each side bracket. So all we've got to do now is transfer them markings over onto the panel and put the 10 rivet nuts in each side. So So let's crack on with that. But before I did, I flicked out one of the end caps to remove all the swarf from out the box section. It was then just a matter of tapping the end caps back into place. Now we've got the bed bracket prepped, it's time to secure it to the side of the van wall. And we're going to be securing it with riv nuts. Don't know if you've seen these before, but basically you use this tool, you secure this riv nut onto the end of it. You push that into the hole and then you pump the handles until it ends up looking like this. So that's it nicely compressed, and in between them two flanges you would have the body of the van, the panel work of the van trapped in between them two bits, and that then becomes your nut, which you can I had one earlier, but here we go. You just screw your nut straight into there. Bearing in mind this is in the panel. So there you go. Absolutely brilliant design, brilliant bit of kit. Now we're not removing the wood panelling. I'm going to use a hole saw. This will give us a 6mm pilot, which will enlarge to accept the riv nuts. I'll enlarge that with a cone cutter. I've marked the cone cutter to the size that I want. This will take enough timber out to allow us to slot the riv nut in place. So we've got 10 marked all the way down, so let's get on with it. It's a little bit mucky this job, but it is what it is. Oops. So the battery must be dead on that one. The reason we're using a step cutter today is because I forgot to order the right size drill bit. And I couldn't find anyone local that had one. So I marked up the step cutter and I just took little pieces out. Made the job a little bit longer, but in the end we got the same result. So when you're planning, always plan to have the right drill bits available. Screw your riv nut on, put it in the hole and compress the handle. 1, tighten it. 2, and that's about it, people. And just back it off, move on to the next one. There you go, nice and secure. Right, 10 holes drilled, 10 holes riv nutted. Let's get it bolted up. That is going nowhere. Just down the road we used to have a garage. Now this place used to sell everything, but due to internet sales and the lockdown it basically sent this garage off. So recently I went along and they were having a closing down sale and I went in and I noticed a stand in the corner. This stand used to have roof boxes on it, but I noticed the box section was the same size and dimensions as the box section that I was building my bed out of. So I made them an offer on the frame, 10 quid, and I got it. And this is what I've used to make my extension brackets. That's both sides fitted now. Bed frame extended. It's going to be one colossal bed. Oh, that's stiff. There we go. Try and wiggle that up. We're about to do some welding, so it's important that we remove both earths from the start battery and the leisure batteries. It does not want to come up. A little bit further. Here we go. Thank God. Right. To give these new brackets a bit of additional support, we're welding in to the door stay brackets that are at the back of the van. There's a good little trick for you. If you're struggling to get your earth clamp on, you can use a set of mole grips and then just clamp onto your mole grips. We've currently got that set on a little bolt head there. This is part of a kit, so there are some brackets that actually go on the side, but I chose not to use them because they would have brought the bed up a lot higher than I wanted it. Actually, up probably higher than that. With a mattress on top, it would be ridiculous to try and climb in and out of. So I wanted to keep it low. There's a beam runs right through the van there, and I've riv nutted, as you've seen, into the side of there. But this makes these bars just a little bit too short. So what I've had to do is re-drill one of the holes, and it's time to get this fitted. Do one end at a time, yeah. So from what I can work out, the shouldered nut goes behind here. So this is really tight, and this is where I've got a problem. I need to get that in there, which goes, but I've actually not left enough gap between the let me show you. Let me show you. So that's the gap I've got there. So I made a bit of an error. I'm going to have to put a smaller nut in there. Not the shouldered one that comes with the kit. Just going to have to use a standard nut. It's a shame, but it is what it is. Currently that's the size of the nylock that come in the kit, and I have some smaller nylocks. However, they're not shouldered. Sorry, you can't see that, can you? They aren't shouldered. So what I'm going to do is, what my plan is, I'll try and squeeze a washer. In first, and then put the smaller nylock on. Hopefully that'll do us. What I've done is I've put a bolt in the other end, and we'll get one. We'll put one in this end. Once we get it tight, I'm going to have to elongate the holes on the end here. Good. That was the hardest one. All the rest just fell into place. I'm putting a dot above the centre of each of the spars that run across. So when I screw down the deck for the mattress, I'll know exactly where everything is. So let's get these last couple done, and that's it. All you need to do is expose, oh shit, not do that. All you need to do is expose where the spar is. Expose where the spar is, find the centre line, put a dot. You'll never see this again because the mattress is going to hide it. But yeah, that'll help you out a lot when you come down to screw your boards. So I'm just going to tack screw this onto here in a few places, just so it doesn't squeak and move and rattle. So before I offered the boards up, took a few measurements and I've eased this piece in. Same this side, trying to keep it away from the edges so when you're driving it doesn't squeak or rub.
Utilising the marks that we put on the walls earlier and a piece of wood as a straight edge, it was just a matter of marking on the board where I wanted screws. It was then just a matter of drilling the 30 odd holes. It took a little bit of time because we're actually drilling through wood and steel, but it's one of them jobs. You can take pride in it if you do it right and just take your time. Because I've drilled pilot holes and countersunk them at the same time, I did away with the idea of using tech screws and just used some normal wood screws I had lying around. I was asked recently why I spend so much time working on pieces that you're never ever going to see again, and for me it's that quality issue, it's that reassurance. You know that you've took your time, you've done it right. You can take a lot of pride in that, knowing that it's going to last you the entirety of your van. You know, I could tosh something in and keep repairing it for years to come, but I like to take my time, do things right and know that it's going to last.
So there you go, that's the bed base installed now. Just a quick hoover and a tidy up and we can put the antibacterial matting on it and the mattress, build the bed up. Still think should maybe put a headboard or something up that end, just so we've got something to lean against, but I'll have a think about that. I'll see what I can do. And look what's in the box. I've been waiting for this. This is an antibacterial membrane. You put this underneath your mattress and it allows air to circulate and keeps it free of moisture and free of bacteria. Let's get this in the van. Woohoo! So yeah, we've got a little bit to trim off there, but that's ideal, huh? Looks great. Right. Got the bed frame in. The deck's all screwed down. Antibacterial mats in. Now the hardest part, getting the mattress in. I'm not looking forward to this. Just carried it across the garden and that was enough for me.
In all honesty, these mattresses are horrendous to move around. I don't know if you've had the same problem. If you've had, comment below. But it's like wrestling custard. You just can't get hold of it, and once you do get hold of it, it's a ton weight and it's an awkward shape and it doesn't want to go where you want to put it. In the end, it was just brute strength that got it in there. There's no other way. Just grab hold of it and fire it in. The company who made the mattress also supply fitted sheets. Absolutely brilliant. And they weren't that expensive either. I think we got 2 for 50 quid. And it was, at the time, that was reasonable. And I went for it. I don't want to be walking around shops in the middle of a pandemic looking for fitted sheets. What kind of guy am I?
I'm impressed. It's really comfortable. It's a room with a view now. Oh yeah? It's a room with a view now.
Yeah.
Come on.
I can't get on there.
Come on.
I'm too big. I'm too fat.
Come on. On your feet. Yeah, just right. For the panel that goes across the back of the bed, we've had to recess a couple of openings for these bolts. But then when I look at it, we've packed these out. We've put a packer in now, and the packer will take us flush. Just well, we would have still needed to recess it a little bit, but it's not going to matter that much. I think it's only a couple of mil. We could have not bothered recessing it. Anyway, we'll get this thrown in now. That little bit of mat out. You pull that side. Right, take that packet out for now. Take it out for now. Just keep it out. Just ease that side in. Do you want to make sure that's in level? It's not far enough like that, is it? Oh, I think that's it. I think that's it, son. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. Over there, 2 inch that side. Yeah, that's perfect, isn't it? Do you want to slide that packet in? You'll have to go. Yeah. Pinch. That'll do. It'll all pinch up when it's close. Do you want to video this from underneath? Under here. Put it right under. So you can see what's happening. Not even through the hole. Well, that brings us to the end of another video. As you can see, the bed's finished. Still haven't decided on whether or not we'll put a headboard in there. We like the space when it's open, so we might, I don't know, maybe have a bar or something that can be removed, but we're still undecided on that. Since we finished the bed build, we've had a couple of tweaks. We've done a couple of things. I'll try and show you them now. First one, we put some window surrounds in just to make it nice and tidy, but in them is 2 blackout blinds. We basically pull them together and it makes it like night in there. The second thing was this step. Now this step folds away, but we also utilise it for our dirty laundry and our toilet things, so toilet roll and tablets for the cassette. So there's videos to come for the step, and there's a video to come for the blinds and the blackouts. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.
Thanks for watching to the end. Without you guys, this channel will be dead in the water. Remember, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The Crafty Blinders. If you like what we're doing, please remember to subscribe, like and share with your friends. Until next time, take care and we'll see you again.